government for a very long time. Now, so now you can see the beginning of where the nuking America idea came from. It actually came from the United States. They were already preparing for a fallout, and they were already preparing for attacks to blame it on a false enemy that does not exist. So look here. Now that they announced that bin Laden is dead, this was done before bin Laden was announced dead. This came out April of 25th of 2011, that WikiLeaks had exposed documents stating that Al-Qaeda members that were locked up in Guantanamo Bay were saying that if anything happened to bin Laden, if he was killed or if he was incarcerated, that they would nuke the United States and they would attack nuclear facilities and attack them by biological warfare. And you can see this on the Telegraph newspaper. Again, so after this had happened, after they announced his death, they put up the warnings right here, which you see in this in the Washington, in the national news of the Huffington Post, of the Wall Street Journal, and CNN. After he had made this announcement, they put out the warnings, and then you see that there was already threats before these warnings came out. And then, after he had already announced their death, they first arrest 5 people under terror laws near the British nuclear power plant. They claimed that these 5 terrorists, or these 5 people, were involved in plotting to attack a nuclear plant inside of London, was showing you the link to Al-Qaeda, showing you that these people were all in retaliation, possible retaliation for the death of bin Laden, which is also, again, false flag pretext being designed, including the Madrid fault lines being designed to conceal Barack Obama from being charged with criminal charges, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is what I personally had found. And then here you also see on the Evening Echo, London News also reported the same story, that they arrested 5 members and that were linked to plots of attacking nuclear facility there in the UK. But all of this, ladies and gentlemen, was all false flag pretexts in the mix to conceal Barack Obama's crimes against his own citizens and against his constitutions, as well as crimes that even George W. Bush had even done and got away with, doing and trying to attempt to do the same thing that Barack Obama is only continuing to do by threatening American people with nuclear attacks and false flag pretexts to blame it on enemies that do not exist. But you see the connection. They create the false flag pretext with the Madrid earthquake so nobody can see when there's going to be a nuclear attack inside of the United States. Nuclear attack happens, then it becomes a domino effect where you have more than multiple attacks happening all at once to create the mayhem, the ultimate 9/11 that would put 9/11 actually in the back burner as a little baby that you're pampering. In other words, it would make it look so small and minute compared to what they're about to do. We're about to have some very serious things, guys. It's fixing to go down. And these people ain't playing. They're getting ready to do it. I don't know how in the world that I can be able to share this any more clear with you all, but everything you're seeing with the Madrid fault lines to what's going on, the economy collapsing and preparing to collapse, the currency inside of the United States, the flooding of the farmlands, is all attacks on the well-being and the livelihood of the citizens of the United States, so that you cannot buy, sell, and trade when there's no more currency. You cannot go to a grocery store or a grocery market to buy food. And for the most part of it, you will not be able to get food anyways, because there would be such a food shortage because of all the floods that they're doing inside of the Midwest right now with all the storms that they're creating, and then ultimately the earthquake that they will then create after this. In other words, they're running out of time. They're getting exposed, and they have to move quick on this, which is why you're seeing now why there's so much events going on right now, all together in one lump sum. And this is what we have to be aware of. Now, I must make note to all of you that when this all happens, I suggest all of you to be out of the area. I'm giving you fair warnings. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the Madrid, if you live in St. Louis, if you live anywhere, I don't care, anywhere in the central part of the United States, get away from the East Coast and the central United States, because they're getting ready to attack it. This is not a joke, guys. This is not what the mainstream media is going to tell you. They're not going to tell you because they're wanting you to be there. They want to trap you in it and make you think that everything is normal. But as you can see, under their undertones on all of their documents, you can see a plot is being carried out. They lied about bin Laden's death. They reported bin Laden being dead more than once. They reported him in 2001 being killed. And Benazir Bhutto of Pakistan even gave CNN an interview and admitted that he was killed, and even gave the name of the individual who killed him. And so this man has 9 lives. This man has managed to die and come back to life every time they needed him to fit a certain false flag pretext whenever they were designing one, and to carry out an attack to blame it on a false enemy that does not even exist. And then turn around, slap dab in your face, and be friends with Al-Qaeda. What kind of crap is that? They want to team up with Al-Qaeda and give weapons to Al-Qaeda to help them with rebels in Libya. If that is not in your face, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what is. Now you can see that Al-Qaeda and the United States were all together in attacking your people. They have always been, because Al-Qaeda is not a militant group. Al-Qaeda is a database created by CIA. Remember, guys, it's documented that bin Laden was trained by CIA. Keep that in your mind. But by saying that, I must say goodnight, and I must say to everyone, stay safe and vigilant. Upload this video, download it, copy the embedded coding, put it on your websites, share this information, because things are about to go down, and it's your responsibility, your duty, and you as a human being in compassion to the man next to you or the woman next to you, your children, that they must know the truth and be safe and be protected. Please, I stress this with all of my heart. We're running out of time on this, guys. My heart cannot stand to see millions of people, of my own American citizens, my own brothers in America, fall like they did to the Japanese people and to the Indonesians and to the Haitian people and to the Sichuan China. I cannot witness this anymore without a fight. We have to fight, guys. These people are fixed to get ready to attack us now. And we have to be very aware and very alert. And the thing, and I had a comment in my video here, I want to make sure you all understand this. Even though that the earthquake did not happen during the blast, it still had me concerned. We're still not over with it. We still don't know what the end results are going to be, because they still have the exercises in FEMA and the government are still out there. And things are about to go down. I still believe they're going to make an earthquake, and they're going to trigger an earthquake in that area. I'm not changing my mind on this one. Even though it didn't happen during the blast of all these explosions that happened in the last couple of days, it still doesn't mean it ain't going to happen. Because I still know it's going to happen. Because all the evidence and the documents show in that direction that it's going to happen. I've shown you in all of my videos in the past, and I'm still telling you now, it's going to happen. Please, do what you're supposed to do with this information, or what your heart tells you to do with this information. And by saying that, thank you, guys.